Rise and shine, my fellow burning spirits. Today we are going to review another good movie. Well, it is a surprisingly good movie. But before that, I'm gonna say I'm really sorry. It's been a long time since we meet in this review content. Why, if you ask, the reason is, well, the latest review video, which is the Demon Slayer movie review, it got copyright strike, and it is so far the second copyright strike to my channel that has ever been given. And you know what that means? If I get second copyright strike, my channel could possibly be in a very dangerous zone. So if I'm not wise enough to make a better move, if I'm not wise enough to make a correct decision in the near future, I could be doomed. So yeah, so far, I'm really sorry. This episode will have another new format. Well, at least this is the current format until I found a better and somewhat a proper way to deliver a review video without compromising some of the stuff and some of the problem that I will face on. Okay, back to the topic. How do you guys feel after this so long, after we haven't met in this review content? I hope you all doing great, because again, we're going to review another amazing film. Good, surprisingly amazing, surprisingly good, surprisingly peaceful movie. And you know what that is, you read the title, so let's just jump right into it. Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon a Time. Whew, such a long ass name. But you know what? It doesn't distract me, and I don't mind because this film is good. Thank God it's good, because if it's bad, man, I'm gonna curse this movie because it has such a long ass name. But even though it's long, it's such a cool name though. Okay, back to the topic. This Evangelion, I'm just gonna say it, Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0, just like that. This new film is a 2021 Japanese sci-fi anime film that is written and directed by Hideaki Anno, like always, the creator, and produced by the same studio, Studio Khara. It's released about 10 years after the previous installment. It is the fourth and the last entry of the Reboot Evangelion film series, part of the Neon Genesis Evangelion franchise. Alright, let's start with some simple words first. Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0. After I finished watching it, the only thing I could think of is just peace. Right, it's kind of weird, but for the first time, Evangelion has a peaceful and an emotional, satisfying conclusion. Right, you heard me. Peace. Like, the word peace is like a myth in the Evangelion's dictionary. It's such a rare words and a rare theme that ever been told in Evangelion, like visually or narratively. But it does. So having it and realizing it is just simply and surprisingly or really enjoyable to see. This fourth film is a lot more grounded and simpler than the last previous entries. I'm really glad that the film knows that this is the very final page of the journey. So what did it do is that it is now more focused to gather up all the remaining characters and conflict to be treated and concluded in the right and proper way, instead of keep expanding the story, the myth, the lore more and again and again. And the film itself is fully packed with a lot of cool and fun action sequences. And I think it has a lot more fun watching the human more than the EVAs. Not saying the EVAs are boring, but I just say for the first time the human are introduced more, and it is a lot more heartwarming and grounded, and I like that. Oh, and I want to say something new, something you never heard before. For the first time ever, I am happy and I am proud the fact that in this film, yes, my God, thank you, heard my prayer, Shinji has matured and be a man in this film. Hooray! Baby, let's go! Yes! Shinji, yes, he matured in this film. He matured. I cannot say more of it because it will be a spoiler, but he did mature. Of course, whatever you might say. Yes, having a kid be depressed for piloting an EVA is absolutely realistically good, but you cannot deny it is absolutely frustrating for us to keep seeing this kind of protagonist doing the same thing over and over again. This kind of protagonist that does not want to push the story forward, that makes the movie or the story felt boring in a way. But thank God Shinji is not like that anymore, so thank you. Oh, and this film, this new Evangelion's film, introduced something new that never ever been done before, well, at least not this good yet. First, they introduced something like simplicity, maturity, sympathy, and responsibility. These 4 new rare stuff in Evangelion. Oh, and not forgetting the production quality. Again, this film is made about 10 years after the previous entries, so there's a lot. Well, not too different, but there are some good stuff in it. Let's say the visual. The visual are amazing. It looks beautiful. The sounds are delightful. The voice acting are charming and memorable. The CGI, well, it is not the best, but it's still cool anyway. It's still cool to see it. And overall, even though it might not be a masterpiece, it still is a really enjoyable and entertaining movie. So, yeah, that's all. Right, so the Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon a Time, it has finally found something comforting for the franchise. It may not be a masterpiece to end the whole journey, the whole page, but it is without a doubt the very best and lovely way to end it. And before I'm just gonna say the score, I wanna talk a bit more about the creator, Hideaki Anno. The rebuild, especially this movie 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon a Time, goddamn, that's such a long ass name. It's a pretty good depiction that Hideaki Anno does not linger or embrace the depression within him, and he is now more open with love and happiness and more positive energy. You can see from the OG Evangelion and the end of the Evangelion that they always started cool and fun, but eventually everything will turn out being absurd, complicated, confusing, and ultimately emotionally unsatisfying. And this is why the 4th film, the Evangelion series, or specifically the Rebuild series, is not ended with another rage and anger, but it is ended with peace and sincerity, with the ending that this whole franchise really deserves. It feels like this is the Evangelion story that Hideaki Anno wanted to tell all those years ago. Anno once said he is now more happy than ever that he has finally put Evangelion in a peaceful sleep. Therefore, in a way, Anno is not prisoned anymore by Evangelion's world. That's why we see him now more excited, happier to a whole new project, to a whole new stuff. Oh god. Such as the one that we know so far, Shin Ultraman, Shin Kamen Rider, and probably some hidden project before it got revealed. And I'm happy for Hideaki Anno that in his spiritual journey he found something and someone to cure his depression with love and happiness. Okay, so that's all. So without further ado, let's just jump into the score. I'm gonna give Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon a Time, that's such a long ass name, with A score 80% B. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye bye, my fellow burning spirits. Hey.